take projection.
Welcome everybody to Taking on Sports. I am TD. That is Greg. Greg, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. How you tonight?
Trying to stay warm here. This little cold snap coming through.
Mm,
Down
yeah.
had to, down in the 20s or so. Had to get out in the yard, put the cloth down over the plants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the middle of the winter for Birmingham. Yeah.
I know. It's cold, man. It's weird though. It's gonna get back up to like 60s and 70s the rest of the week.
Right.
Just like last night and tonight, just
Mm-hmm.
cold as shit. But otherwise, good time, as the saying goes. It's great to be from Alabama. A hell of a weekend for Alabama athletics.
Absolutely.
The big win over the Bayou Bengals. Alabama basketball went up to New York, got a win over the Johnnies. Women's hoops starting out
3
strong.
and 9. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0, man. It's a good time to be a Crimson Tide fan.
Absolutely. I mean,
As always, we start though with the football boys on the gridiron. LSU came in. It was one of those games a lot of Bama fans were, you know, knew that we could win, but a little suspect because LSU fired Brian Kelly. They had the bye week
right.
to work up
Power
all
game.
all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff, and you
Right.
just never know that that interim coach bump sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then honestly, LSU didn't offer much outside of the maybe the first few drives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Alabama wins what 20-9 at the end of the day. Not a great showing from the Tide on offense, at least.
It
Uh,
wasn't. It
but it,
wasn't. It could have been great. I mean,
mhm,
Ty. That's one. I'd probably say that's Ty's biggest weakness is his long ball. A little short on a
mhm,
couple of man, but yeah, I mean, I mean, if a couple of those connected, and I think it was a drop or two in there too. I mean, then we
mhm.
blow them out. But the defense did exactly what you would hope they would do in that situation. I mean, they looked very good. Um,
Yeah, after a first couple of frustrating drives from LSU, they were really working that screen game, and they were
mhm.
tearing us up on it. And then good adjustments. Credit to Womack and the defensive staff.
Yeah,
They definitely made adjustments and started stepping up on that so much that Greg
yeah,
McElroy on the broadcast kept basically begging LSU to throw a fake screen and go. They never did though. Not a lot of. It wasn't as maybe creative, or like it didn't really seem like they were
yeah.
throwing
They
everything
didn't.
at us like you thought they might.
He really didn't. Yeah, I didn't see really anything too surprising. Not they really didn't do anything. No fakes. No. I mean, it was just overall, just a whole hum game. I mean, we couldn't really score. We shut them down. Like you never felt like it was ever really in jeopardy, but you felt like man, like it should be more. It felt like at any point we should be up by like 20, but we never really.
Yeah, it was never. You were never worried about losing. It was more you were worried that you were going to let them hang around and open the opportunity
Yeah,
to lose.
well, yeah,
But that never. Yeah,
absolutely.
that never did happen. They never got to that
No,
point.
never, right,
It's really.
and
I was gonna say it's really, man. It's the offensive line, at least on that side of the ball, that is just
yeah,
they are not.
atrocious.
Yeah, they're atrocious. They're not LSU caliber. They're barely SEC caliber.
Yeah, they're bad.
And that is so strange to see at LSU. That is, it's one of those things that even through their down years, in recent times, this century anyway,
They
th-
always have good
yeah,
lines.
always a good line. You always knew you were in for a fight in the trenches. And when they
Mhm.
had their bad years, like under Miles or even Orgeron, it was more like, they didn't get the right quarterback. They scouted wrong on this guy.
Right.
They
But it wasn't ever the line issue.
No, yeah, it was never a line, and that maybe not enough skill guys or something, but
Yeah,
the line being so bad, and great for us. I mean, Yanze Pierre, man, just another outstanding game. That dude is a
another.
stud.
Yeah, absolutely.
He abused that
Our
line.
whole linebacker, man, the whole linebacker crew looked great.
Hmm.
They really come into their own as a unit. Like that's probably the strength of our team right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, And of course, we played well against the run, but LSU's run game this year has been abysmal anyway. So hard to
Yeah,
judge our performance based on that.
yeah,
But like I said, defensively made great adjustments after the first drive or two, where they were eating us up with the short passes, the quick passes, and then we started getting
right.
Nussmeyer. Almost called him Mettenberger. So
He,
go ahead.
but that's I don't know what's going on with him. I have no idea. That dude, he was holding the ball way too long. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like it's like he played football
he
before,
has regressed and
or he's new to
shocking to me.
the
He was
game.
benched. They put in Michael Van Buren
Yeah,
Jr. for him,
yeah.
who gave him a little spark.
For a second,
Yeah, he
yeah,
was. I mean, he was zipping some passes. He made a couple throws. I was like, damn, man, like, come on, like, just
yeah.
like throwing it on a frozen rope to people. You're like, put,
Yeah, that one drop. I was like, oh,
mm,
the 6'7" dude had that drop.
yeah,
He's in the end
yeah,
zone.
big boy, yeah.
He
But secondary played well too, and offensively, like I said, still, man, the run game's just non-existent, and that's, we're gonna need that. And
yeah, non-existent, and you know, I think it's somewhere in the middle at this point.
mhm,
Like I get the right side of the line is still questionable, and it's amazing that we're in November and we still don't have a set starting five. Like we're always switching that right side.
yeah,
I mean, Forms being there, and then we'll switch it to Roberts, and then it's just like, dude, um, I think your future, I think looks good with Collins, but but yeah, we can't, and I don't think, and Jam Miller, I don't know. Sometimes he misses holes. Like
yeah. His
go back,
his vision, you can't accuse him. He's always a hard runner. You can't accuse him of not running hard. But
right?
yeah, he.
He runs hard, but and sometimes it's like, and you don't. I don't always notice the end game, but when you go back and look at stuff, like I watched some stuff, and there looked like it was some opportunities that he missed, took the wrong cut,
Mhm,
different things. So somewhere in the middle there, but they asked Ty about it, and Ty said more of a confidence thing, and that might be the
mm,
case. Like I don't know, like we've only had like one outside that Vanderbilt game, where
mhm.
when Jam really punched it. Um, I don't know what's been going on with the run
Yeah,
game.
it's
The thing is, like, why can't I wonder what like, and we don't see AK Deer at
mhm.
all. We don't see
Richard Young.
Richard Young. He never touches the field. Daniel Hill. I mean, he's fun. I mean, power back, but I mean, he's more of a bruiser.
Yeah, he's
But
not a home run threat. You
I
saw on
don't know
his
what.
touchdown run, it was all effort, just and a lot of it's the line too. But yeah, you mentioned those guys, Deere and Young, that we're not seeing, and you wonder if maybe they would give a different spark. Yeah,
What's
just
going on?
something different.
Are they not doing something in practice, or what? What
It
are we?
it has
What
to
am I
be, yeah,
missing?
because I haven't seen anything injury wise, and
Like AK Deer hadn't touched the field, and I don't know, like for real,
it's
I don't know
crazy.
how long.
So yeah, who knows? That's something. I also, it's weird. I haven't seen really anybody ask the staff that, ask DeBoer that. So who knows? But yeah, it's something
Yeah,
going forward. Big game, Oklahoma coming to town this weekend. You worry about taking some of that load off Ty Simpson in the passing game. They struggled. They had their
yeah,
struggles. Tough secondary play against. That's LSU's strength is their secondary,
hmm,
and but he still
yeah.
made some good plays. Those two throws back to back to Brooks, and then the touchdown to Ryan Williams. Two great
Oh,
throws.
yeah.
And I mean, throwing off his back foot on that pass to Williams, just lasered it in there. Perfect, up
Hmm,
high. Credit to Williams for going up, taking it, and getting, holding on through the hits in the ground.
yeah. Dude, that Ty might his
Hmm.
precision is crazy at times. And his mid range precision is just
Yeah,
top
he
notch.
hit some balls in windows, like you said. If he can get those deep balls down, man, like just a little more accuracy on it, and because man, yeah, he had a couple there that he
It's like
just
Yeah, it's just an inch here, an inch there, nothing
Just
crazy.
missed
Just
what Jeremy Bernard on one, right?
Mhm.
Um, I missed a couple, but yeah, we'll see going forward. But oh, go ahead.
I do like. I love what we're doing with Cuevas though. Cuevas has
Oh,
turned
that
into a
that was
weapon.
Ty Simpson's maybe his best throw of the night. That sideline route to just
Man, oh,
perfect placement. That's an NFL throw right
beautiful.
there.
Yeah. But Cuevas has turned into a
Mm,
hell of a tight end. And I like what he's doing. I mean, the passing
mm.
game is exactly where it needs to be. I mean, the creativity's there. I mean, even that wild 3rd and 20 when we
Oh
threw the
yeah.
sideline and then the crazy little pat. I was just like, we got like 14 yards back on that 3rd and 20, and I was like, man, we're just doing all. So I mean, there's a lot of creativity, but we got to figure out a little bit more with the run. I get that's kind of who we are at this
Mm,
point. It's November, but yeah, I mean, Oklahoma. I mean, I mean, it is that LSU has a great defense. I mean, that hadn't been a problem at all this year. So, and honestly, we played three good defenses in a row because that South
mm-hmm.
Carolina front's legit. It's LSU defense, and then we're playing another great defense. That's a hell of a stretch as far, not great. The last two are not great teams overall, but those defenses, I mean, they're gonna give you
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah. Now we
Anybody,
get another tough
but
defense. His team that's been on a bye. It seems like same old story with Alabama. Yeah,
we getting everybody off
so
the
they've had
line.
an extra week to prepare too. So, but you hope. But it's. I think we've got a big enough sample size now of the Kalen DeBoer to be confident in how we come into big games.
Yeah,
Those aren't the games we worry
yeah,
about.
yeah.
So I know him, and
yeah.
yeah,
And this
big,
is a
huge. Yeah,
huge game.
exactly. And so far he's 2-0. Yeah, but
I mean, for the revenge
yeah.
factor, the SEC factor. I mean, trying to put them out of contention. I mean, it's a lot going on in that game. I mean, but he's been great at home. Yeah, great in big games. I mean, everything as far as that, I'm definitely not worried or anything like that. It's just a matter of the thing with OU is we still don't know what they're capable of as far because really their offense has been so up and down since
Mm-hmm.
Mateer came back from his injury. I mean, we saw pieces against Ole Miss. They ran pretty good against Tennessee, but the
Mm-hmm.
passing game has been pretty
Yeah, you
bad.
wonder if there's some
Um,
lingering after effects of his hand injury, and um,
yeah, but him having an extra week, I don't know how that. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably the most healthy he's been since
mm-hmm.
the injury first took place. So we'll see what that plays into it. But You know, they really don't do anything offensively that really scares me. I mean, but of course he can run the, but and he looked better
Mm-hmm.
running the ball against Tennessee. And I think we'll be all right just because the passing game really done right now doesn't. I don't think we're really
Yeah,
scared
so you
about
hope you
that.
can make them one dimensional,
So
or hey, we've been creating
right,
some turnovers lately. Hopefully we can keep that
yeah,
trend up. Yeah,
yeah,
get some
turnover,
takeaways. But yeah,
absolutely,
that's coming up. But yeah, good win.
it's a big
Always nice to
game.
beat LSU. Um, so yeah, move on to the
Absolutely,
next. Uh, uh,
absolutely. The funny thing, not leaving the
yeah,
state for the
yeah.
rest of the season.
Um, so that's nice, except for the Thanksgiving week trip. Trip to to Lee
Off
County. That's
place.
never
Yeah.
fun. But yeah,
Yeah,
Bama now what 13 of the fast 15 over LSU. So a lot different than when we were in school.
absolutely. Yeah. So what do we get?
Yeah,
Oh, 02, we
02
blew
was
them
one
out.
of the better games they played.
Dude, that was, man, we went to
Yeah,
Baton
Nick
Rouge and
Saban
beat the hell
team.
out of them.
Franchoni beat the hell out of them.
Did he guarantee a victory that day? I swear Nick Saban
There,
guaranteed a victory that
I
day, or
would,
that was
I
a
was
bulletin
thinking
board
about that
material.
this week, and I was trying to remember. I thought there was some kind of bulletin board, newspaper shit, some
There was
story or some
something.
video leaked out of him saying shit in practice or in the locker room about how like Bama wasn't shit or something. Because I swear I remember that like after the
Yeah.
game in the handshake, like Franchione chewed his ass out or something. But the thing I always remember
Yeah.
from that game, 31 nothing
There
Bama
was
win, was at the end of the first half. We did a 2 minute drill drive, scored a touchdown with all runs in the 2 minute drill. It was crazy. I remember
yes.
sitting there in the dorms watching that game, just like Tyler Watts and let's see who would have been freshman year, Santonio Beard.
Antonio Beard,
Was it Shaw? Was he
probably
freshman? Did he
shot.
come in freshman year? Yeah, I can't remember
Rashad
if that or
Williams.
if he didn't come in until sophomore. But no, I think he was there during that first freshman year, right? It's either that or it was
Yeah, I think pretty sure he
Beard
was
and
there.
Ken Darby
Or
was
was
definitely there freshman year. Actually, now that I think about it,
Ken Darby
because he
was.
had
Yeah. But Ken Darby, I remember him more of a
yeah
sophomore,
he was
junior.
there freshman year because didn't he? Wasn't that the game he
But
was freshman year when we beat the hell out of Ole Miss on homecoming? He scored like 5 touchdowns. He had that 5 touchdown game.
oh yeah, no,
Junior year,
that was yeah. No, the freshman year we did beat him
the
42-7, but
five. It
that was
was five,
Santonio
not Ken
Beard with
Darby.
the five
Okay,
touchdowns. We
that's
called him
right.
Bentley Beard. That was Bentley Beard. But
That
we
yeah,
had a plethora of
that was
backs.
not a
They were,
problem. Yeah.
all were solid. We didn't have like an epic. We didn't have like a superstar, but
Mm-hmm.
we had a plethora of backs in that time period we were in school. I mean, we
And
had
Beard, Ken Darby,
who
yeah,
was the
Von
other one? Amon
Galloway,
Galloway.
Shawd Williams. Shawd was a
We had
yes,
Ray
Jimmy
Holston,
John.
Jimmy John.
Who was it? Was it?
Man, who else?
I guess yeah. Darby was toward the end, right? Darby would have been 05, 04, 05,
Yeah,
or maybe all 4 of those
yeah,
years. Yeah.
right.
Hey, even Laurent McLean, Tim Castile at
Ron McClain,
fullback. Yeah.
a hell of a fullback. But, man, we had some decent
Yeah.
backs. But like that freshman, man, like if they, man, we, I mean that season we blew out Tennessee in Knoxville, we blew out LSU in Baton Rouge that freshman year, but then that
Iron
Iron Bowl,
Bowl and that.
oh,
Let's see. That Georgia game was tough. That was a tough loss.
that, yeah,
Almost had them,
that
but
was
that
a
was
tough one.
what SEC title winner that year, weren't they? 02, I think so. David Green and DJ
Yeah,
Shockley.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that damn Iron Bowl losing to Trey Smith, just getting run all over him. Just
Oh,
yep. And
I
then
wasn't even
coming to
counted
find
like a
out,
Ronnie.
was it that week or was it after the Hawaii
Tracy.
game that
Yeah,
he left? Yeah.
it was that week.
Yeah.
It was like right after,
Exactly. Yeah. You kind of look
but
back
now
at
it
that
kind of
game
makes
like, oh,
sense.
okay.
But
Because that we should not have lost to that Auburn team. Alabama was Alabama was a
no,
much
we should
better
have blown
team.
out that Auburn team.
Yeah.
That was a talented bunch. Yeah, that was a talented team. But yeah, but yeah, that was our top to bottom, our best team. Even though the '05 team was special, talent wise, that
Yeah. You
'02
wish you could have
team was
gave
solid.
Brody that line, and he got caught up in that
Yeah,
transition. That obviously sophomore year was
yeah,
terrible. Junior year was still working. And it was the starting five was good senior year, but the depth was not there. And it showed once we got a couple injuries, by the time we got to the
no,
Auburn game that
yeah.
year.
We had
Yeah.
all the
And the,
Brits and
and the Smileys, yeah.
had 20 Brits and
But
Smileys. Dude, were you with us that night when the youngest Brit
yeah, got
fought the
him in a bear
police on the
hug,
strip?
man.
And all they did was to put him
Yeah.
in the back and took him home afterwards.
Didn't his brother
No
come pick him
arrest,
up?
no nothing. But he like slammed the cop. Yeah, I think so. I think he's sitting in the back end.
Yeah, and they just threw him in his
Was it
truck
Wesley
basically
came and
and
picked
took
him
his
up?
ass home. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was like, ugh.
Hey, dude, he just slammed the cop.
And they're just like, oh, he's just having fun. Just had too much.
Oh
Go
no,
home. Like, damn, they would have
right.
shot somebody
It's
else
so
for doing
funny.
that. Oh,
Oh man, yeah,
oh man,
absolutely. But
yeah,
it's
I do
too
remember that.
funny.
That was crazy.
That was hilarious.
Mm. Anyway, let's see. Outside of Tuscaloosa Saturday, the
Yeah.
big game was Texas Tech and BYU, but Texas Tech just beat shit out of them. That's
Dominate. I
mm,
mean, I think we kind of expected that. I mean, you just had a feeling because honestly, this year I don't think anybody's really when it's juice like that. No
yeah.
one's going into Lubbock and winning when they're juice like that. That place was hype. They were ready to go. I mean, they
Hmm.
had their GOAT Pat Mahomes in town. I mean, they were ready to go. That place was electric. It would. No
No,
one was coming
yeah.
into Lubbock Saturday and
Um,
winning.
So yeah, it was like you said, kind of expected, maybe not to that degree, but I think that most people thought like, all right, this is where BYU's unbeaten season comes to an end. Texas Tech did take advantage of that.
And that was what Texas Tech's
Hmm.
first game
Yeah,
day since the
Michael
'08 when they
Crabtree,
beat
Graham
Texas
Harrell,
with Crabtree.
absolute great game, hell of a game. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good team.
um, I remember I was
Yeah.
working that night, and me, Nate, Brett, Pat, all worked in the same kitchen, and we taped the game, recorded it
Uh-huh.
on TiVo at the house and did not look at our phones, didn't look at texts, told people at the restaurant we worked at, they were sitting near the kitchen, like, hey,
Hmm.
if you guys find out the score, yeah, don't tell us. Like, try not to celebrate or
Leave
nothing
us the hell
like
alone.
that. And we got home and
Yeah.
watched it after that. So, yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah.
And actually managed to not spoil it somehow. Like, even stopped and got beer, just like didn't talk to people. Like, don't talk to people.
That's all. Yeah. But I think the main thing, it was a little easier
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then just
No
because
social
of social
media.
media went
Yeah.
everywhere. You weren't getting constant updates on everything. Now you can't go 30 seconds without, if you scroll anywhere, if you're
No,
looking
man,
for it,
I got to turn my
you pretty much can't go
notifications
on
off like
anything.
when I watch games because it'll be ahead of the game. Yeah,
Sometimes it's
yeah, I'll
like,
get like
yeah,
a
yeah, I'm like, dude,
notification about it. Oh,
you get the score update, and then right after you get that, then we score. Like, oh,
um,
thanks, guys.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So that was the other big game, but the big story ended up being Indiana. Woo, barely surviving in Happy Valley and needing a great drive from Mendoza uh, at the end, and
That was,
the pass was
man,
great,
that
perfect
touchdown
placement,
pass
and
was
then
crazy.
two absolutely
Wild.
phenomenal catches on that drive. One from
Yeah,
the tight end. Name's blanking me right now, but dude caught seven
absolutely.
passes and had only caught seven all year before this game. So yeah,
And became a star. But yeah, I mean, shocked the hell out of me. I thought, man, Penn State doesn't give a shit about the rest of the season. They're just there because they have to be. Hey, we've seen what Indiana's done to teams that are lackluster. Man,
mm-hmm.
Penn
And yeah,
State gave them
it took
everything
and
they
it
wanted
took
and then some.
an absolutely outstanding, one of the best catches you'll ever see, not just of the year, but got his toe down somehow.
Oh, yeah,
Just insane catch. Indiana
crazy.
escapes by the skin of their teeth. Gets a big scare, and they get to move on. And yeah, so
Man, I was thinking, man, if they, man, that last drive, I was
mhm.
actually, I would have, I just wanted to see the
Would have been
chaos
so
if Penn
weird,
State had
man. A
won,
team
but
they should not
we didn't
beat
get to see it
after
quite.
firing James Franklin, finally getting that big game.
After
Yeah, finally
five,
getting that top five win in a
yeah,
game where it
after all
didn't
the
matter at all
losses,
for them.
yeah, top
It's been
five,
so weird.
that would have been crazy. I was like, yeah, but that
Great win
Indiana
for the
said not
Hoosiers
today.
there. Oregon got their like true welcome to
Well,
the Big Ten moment. It's like where they get patted on the back and somebody hands them a beer after beating their ass. But they go into Iowa. Oh, the Hawkeyes have them on the ropes. Oregon gets a late
yeah,
field goal and wins. Good.
dude, I that's like the second because
Mm-hmm.
they had Indiana on the ropes too in Iowa City, and they had a late drive there too. Man, that made, but I mean that was the perfect atmosphere for that upset. I mean it was cold, it was rainy, it was snowy. Oregon's missing two or three of the starting wide receivers, so they really didn't have a passing game. But honestly, they've changed so much. Oregon is a physical team now, so they were able to
Yeah.
hang. In the past, that would have been a death game for Oregon. you know, 10 years
Mm-hmm.
ago,
Yeah. They yeah.
Oregon
Or,
gets
or something real bad
obliterated
happens,
in
like
that
the
type of
quarterback.
game.
Their highest
But they have
quarterback clearly on the way
had
to a
to,
Heisman gets hurt. Like the
yeah,
what was that? Dennis Dixon.
mhm,
And speaking
yeah,
of that was about '08 too, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. But yeah, they man, but every yeah, but Dan Lanning, man, he
Yeah.
went to that tough atmosphere, and
Yeah,
actually
this
they out
this
Iowa'd
Dan
Iowa,
Lanning era
which
of
doesn't
the
happen
of the
much, especially
Ducks,
in
they
Iowa
are not
City.
afraid to get dirty. Yeah, they're ready for it. Yeah, they're physical. They
Hey,
they bring a
different,
different
no
mindset than the
physical,
Oregon of the past. It's
yeah,
been very finesse based team, very speed oriented, and they
absolutely,
still have that. But there's a
yeah,
toughness now that really wasn't
mhm,
part of like the Chip Kelly or
oh, absolutely,
any of the other eras.
mhm,
Um,
absolutely, yeah, but
yeah,
good
no,
win
yeah,
for
keeps
Oregon,
keeping them in the
keeping them,
race.
uh, for of course a playoff, and maybe depending on less likely that they'll get in the
Yeah,
Big Ten title
they
game,
need
but
some
still alive for
some
that
things that
technically.
happen
So
there.
they need a
Don't really see
bit of help there.
Ohio State or
Indiana, but
Indiana losing. Yeah,
not a path quite.
I was about to say, and Ohio State
But you
still has to
never
play
know
Michigan. So,
because every week we've seen some
uh,
shockers. they
but yeah, cannot. Elsewhere,
do,
another
they do.
ranked game.
Can't
A
take
and
that for
M
granted.
handled Missouri. Missouri just not the same team without Bo Perbula. Um, yeah.
I mean that's a lot for a true freshman to go up
Does
against an
anybody
A&M team
want
right
to win
now.
the ACC, or are they just rather not? Yeah. Two.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
Saquon, don't
I
do
don't
him
think
like
so.
that. Um,
Hmm.
ooh, that's dirty. Uh, two bad losses.
Yeah, I
Louisville
mean,
and Virginia both lost at home to Cal and Wake, respectively.
yeah, but that Louisville one is, I think, is way worse because
Yeah,
at
no,
least
I
Virginia
agree.
can say, "Hey, we
Or
were
just in
without our
terms of the team
quarterback
too.
for
I
a
think
half."
Wake, going up to Virginia's not,
Kellen
Wake's
Moore,
sneaky this year. We've seen it. We saw
yeah,
them get SMU. Cal traveling cross country to Louisville,
yeah.
a team, a smaller stadium, but yeah, a great home field advantage, great fans we've talked
A
about
tough
before
place
there.
to
Got,
play. Yeah,
yep, knew Devontae's going to catch that.
that shocked me. But that shocked the hell out of me. That probably was the biggest shock for me for the weekend was that because I mean they're as healthy as you can be in
Yeah,
November
no,
at home. That's a
when you
bad
got a
loss for
chance,
Louisville.
you're winning
no,
the ACC
no,
at that
anybody to
point.
really
Yeah, that's a bad.
everything's in front of you. I mean, you only have one loss in conference. You've
Hmm.
already beaten one of the other. You beaten Miami, so you got a thing over them. I mean, you're just sitting there
Hmm.
with a great opportunity to go to the ACC championship game at a
Yeah,
minimum,
like you said,
and
at a
now
minimum, if
you
they won
gotta
out, even
hope
if they
others lose
didn't
now.
get to the ACC title game, you'd have to consider them
Position,
for at large bid in the playoff. So this really, they need some things to happen now, but
Yeah,
they can,
yeah,
yeah, and they can certainly win that and win out. But
and they still go to SMU,
man,
who was
yeah,
playing
that's a
good.
tough loss. A game they absolutely should have had.
Yeah,
We'll say, of
that's
course,
tough.
we mentioned the injury to
Yeah, it
Isaac
was a
Brown,
tough.
but um, yeah, that's not one you want to.
Yeah, but man, but that Virginia loss was tough.
Yeah,
But that
terrible.
game, not a single touchdown scored in that Virginia
Mm.
weight game. Not a single touchdown scored. All field goals. You wonder if they would have won with Chandler Morris, but
Yeah,
honestly,
so
he almost
who
played the whole
knows? Maybe
first half, and they really weren't doing
just
anything.
wake, man.
So I
They
don't
have a
know.
6 win, bowl
It's hard to
eligible for the
say.
Demon Deacs, man.
But that's the weird thing too. Now, I mean, how do you beat SMU,
Ah,
beat Virginia, but get slaughtered by
dude,
Florida State in between? Like,
it's
what
Wake
is
Forest,
going
man.
on?
Yeah.
What is going on? And then the other thing too, Duke still 4-1 in the conference, so they're in that contention.
No,
But 5-4 overall, and took that
yeah,
tough
it
loss
was
at home
not
to
a good
UConn.
weekend for the
So the
ACC.
ACC had a terrible weekend.
Ooh, yeah, it's rough.
I mean, it started off on Tuesday with the
Virginia, or
selection show,
excuse me,
have no one in the
Georgia
top
Tech sitting
12.
at home on a bye, just like, ooh,
Yeah,
man, thank you. Just saying here, glad that we were not. They were on a bye, right? Or did they play some? No, yeah, they're on a
yeah,
bye. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got their.
yeah, they were on the
Um,
bye. They took their
but
tough
yeah,
loss the week before to NC State. So
five-way
now there's
tie.
not
Yeah.
a team in the conference undefeated, but we have still one, two, well, five one-loss teams in the ACC. And then
Mm-hmm.
this week, the biggest game, of course, is Pittsburgh hosting Notre Dame. Who knows? I mean, that'd be huge for them. Not only would it eliminate
No,
Notre
for
Dame,
sure.
but man,
Yeah,
that would
and then
elevate Pitt to a level.
and Pitt has a couple chances to ruin some
Man,
seasons.
that'd be
Uh,
a huge
they
win.
get Notre Dame, and they go at Georgia Tech after that, and then they
They
end at
do.
home with Miami coming to town. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
In
either
Miami.
Pitt
So
ends
my
on a
goodness,
three
they
game
could
losing
definitely ruin
streak, or
somebody's
yes,
season.
somebody's season gets ruined.
Absolutely. And yeah. And they won since they made that quarterback change. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
they've
really
won
haven't played a
five in a
close game
row
outside that Florida
and
State
look
game.
pretty good doing it.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been
Let's.
smashing
Oh,
folks.
go ahead.
But yeah, I would say both. But the,
Yeah. Uh,
yeah, I don't know. The ACC is just I really don't know. Like, yeah, no one wants it. Other than I mean,
hmm
honestly, then of course now SMU since that weight class looks different. I mean, of
hmm
course they
Yeah, and
beat
they get Louisville
Miami,
this week.
beat the
So,
hell out of Boston College.
um,
Um,
is it this week or is that
they're-
next week? It might be next week actually. That's right. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
no,
SMU's
Louisville
on a
plays
bye. Yeah.
Clemson this week on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they go to
Uh,
Dallas. Yeah, so they
yeah.
go to Dallas next week.
Elsewhere,
And
Tulane big
SMU
win
at
in the
home is
American. They went to
good.
Memphis and uh, beating the hell. Yeah,
Beat the hell out of Memphis.
yeah. Memphis
Well,
snuck some
it sure
touchdowns
got
in
to
at
the
garbage
end. The
time and
last
actually turned it into a
got
game.
exciting.
But that's another conference. Navy, South Florida, Tulane, North Texas, and
Man,
East Carolina now
turn
all
it
tied
into
at
that game.
one loss
Yeah,
apiece in conference. That's Memphis' second conference loss. They're probably done. Playoff chances definitely done. Um, you just gotta wonder, man. All these
yeah.
time Memphis just always gets so close to that American title, and never quite gets it. But
Never quite gets to do that. Then, but yeah, I mean that American.
hmm
Really, it's a lot. Probably the
hmm
most interesting races to me right now, the ACC, just because it's so wild every week, and then that. the rest of the schedule in the American, I mean, it's just crazy. Um, because even though the Big 12 has something, but
Yeah, the Big 12's
the
kind of turned
American
into a
and the
three-horse race
ACC are
between
outdoing the Big
Tech,
12 this
BYU,
year
and
as far as
Cincy.
week to week
And,
craziness.
Tech's should be in. They should handle their business,
Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah. Tech blasted. Like, but did they play? Let's see. Because I mean, of course, BYU blasted
yeah.
Cincy. Tech blasted BYU. um, does Tech play? Let's see when this.
Uh,
When does I was
I
just saying
don't,
the Tech
they don't,
plays
yeah, as I say, I don't think they do.
BYU. I mean, sorry, Cincy. They don't. No,
Yeah.
they don't. They have UCF and West Virginia.
Big 12.
So unless something wild happens, I mean, Tech is in the Big Ten.
No, yeah, they
Tech.
should
There's no
absolutely
reason
finish
Tech
11 and 1,
shouldn't
yeah.
be on paper anyway in the Big 12 title game because UCF and West Virginia, though
No,
at
yeah.
West Virginia at the end of the year could be weird, but
Uh,
I don't know.
yeah, absolutely.
On paper, they should be
Um,
11-1 at the end of the
Elsewhere,
season
only other
and in the
note I
Big 12
have a
title
game.
game.
Wisconsin won. Shocker over Washington. Their leading passer was their punter. Fake punt. Just ugly ass game, but Whiskey got it done. And
Yeah.
then earlier,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Kind of win. I just wrote a scathing
it's like
article
yeah.
about
But even so, yeah,
the
they
Luke Fickle
announced
era, and then
before the
you probably
game
read it and
that he was coming back
juiced the
next year.
thing.
Yeah, so Wisconsin all in on yeah.
He's gonna. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, they said they're gonna get him more money and more this and that. So we'll see. But that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think that's where they were thinking that who's really gonna want to come into it right now with all these other more so than I
business
mean they're gonna
decision.
sell it as they
Yeah.
believe in their guy, but
Don't want to pay that buyout
realistically, I
money, and
think
we're
it's
going to be
more
low
of
on the totem pole.
this is not an attractive
And yeah,
spot
this
right
is not,
now.
yeah, and it's not like someone's coming into a, a post Barry Alvarez
Right.
situation where they're coming off, a Rose Bowl title and they got, some stud running back coming up the pipe,
Yeah. Yeah.
mhm.
Because Brett Belina came into a pretty good situation. They but yeah, no, this is not what you want. But before, I mean, you got to think about it. They fired Paul Chris to bring,
Mhm.
he fills it out at the end there. But that man had over a 70% winning average at Wisconsin. And, you think Luke Fickle, he won the Cincy. You think he'd come in and be able to
Mhm.
keep the get better than that? And man, I don't know what's happened in the Luke Fickle years, honestly. So, so he's gonna have a tough because you'd have to think they have. I don't know what the expectations will be next year, but if they're all in on
Yeah,
him and
yeah,
said they'll have
it's
more
got to
money, I
be
would
that way. You
assume
can't
it's gonna be a
have
win or
another year
go
like
type of
this,
year.
or he's got to. I think you got to next year's got to be like 8 wins or something. You got to show marked improvement, and
No,
because Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez, turned the program around and really gave them something. They were kind of a consistent staple, growing up for us, and as far as our lives, our
yeah,
generation is concerned.
and they've had
Hmm.
yeah because it was about the early
Yeah, very
what
much like a
'93
yeah,
or
very similar to
'94 when
like
they went to
Bill
that
Snyder in
surprise
Kansas
Rose
State.
Bowl.
Barry Alvarez
Because
getting in
before
there
that,
and
there was a bad program.
creating a program and
They
giving it
ever
its
since
culture. And that was big, bruising football, and
yep.
always, I mean, think of the names of running backs that's gone
Hmm.
there through the years, and Ron Dane, Monty
Yep.
Ball, yeah. I mean,
Man, they got so
Jonathan
many running
Taylor now. I
backs.
mean, look what he's doing
Started
on
with Ron
Sundays. Good
Dane.
Lord. Uh, we'll get
There's a
there.
plethora of running
Yeah.
backs and huge linemen and
Yeah.
you know,
But man,
good
yeah.
God. Yeah, what almost
And just a
250
lot of great
yesterday.
conference races we
Jesus.
talked about. American, the ACC, Big 12. The Mountain West got thrown for a loop when Hawaii just just drew, just boat raced them, just took them to the dog track. So there, they're
Man,
still sitting
Hawaii
two losses for the
slaughtered
Bows
San
there.
Diego
So San
State.
Diego State and Boise tied at 4-1 in conference league. They play each other this week, so um, there's big going on there. If Boise State wins that one, all of a sudden Hawaii's there, got a good shot at making that title game. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the schedule
Essential.
coming up this week is pretty
And
phenomenal.
that's
Obviously,
huge
Oklahoma at
considering where
Bama,
they've
big
fallen
one.
off to till now.
Notre
That's
Dame at
big
Pitt,
for
we
the
talked
program.
about. Virginia goes to Duke, big one in the ACC there. Iowa goes to USC there, kind of a,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
absolutely. That's an
yeah,
interesting game
yeah,
because you see how Iowa bounces back. Same time, that's an elimination game for USC. If they lose, they're out. 3 losses now. Anyway, I mean, if it- this might. I don't know if we're gonna see anybody get with three this
yeah.
year, but
And
yeah, I
this is a
mean,
game that
obviously, based on what we know right now, three is
Lincoln
pretty much
Riley
you're
and,
out type of
kind of
thing. So
needs
we'll
that
see.
win to
So,
reestablish USC there. Yeah, this type of game that they used to, in their heyday. This is the type of game they won without probably, ranked team coming in.
oh
Don't
yeah,
matter.
solidify himself. Yeah.
But yeah, another big one in the SEC later tonight. Texas at Georgia.
Mhm.
Yeah, big one there. Both of them one
Yeah.
loss. That's a yeah, it's an SEC title eliminator right there.
That's a huge game. You got the Pitt Notre Dame,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's a big game for Texas. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
considering they got slaughtered in Austin last year, and then they couldn't beat Gunner Stockton
Yeah, and
in
Georgia.
the in Atlanta. So I mean, they're
Yeah,
0
look
and 2,
look good.
man.
Handled
So yeah, they're
Mississippi State with
definitely
ease in
looking to get
Starkville.
back. Georgia currently a 6.5 point favorite. Huh.
Yeah, me too. But I stayed away from that
Man,
one. I remember thinking
yeah,
about picking, but I
I
was
don't,
like, I'm gonna
I
stay
don't know.
away
I
from
thought
this because I
Mississippi
just
State would give
think
them a better thing than
it's
that.
that kind. It's like, you know what? This is felt like the game that Georgia might flex a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But Texas has been playing really well of late, so interesting to see Arch and that offense
they
go up
kind of
there, and
did.
then how
They
that
for
Texas
42.
defense,
They put up some points.
if they can shut down that Georgia offense we mentioned, looking better and
They
better
have,
every week,
they
but still lacks that real like home run ability that they used to. Yeah, yeah,
they don't have a they don't have
hmm
uh, they don't have a
yeah.
set
No AD
person that they
Mitchell.
can
Yeah.
guarantee on. And there's no Brock Bowers. There's no Lad McConkey.
So yeah.
And they don't have you know
hmm
I mean, what's the name will give you?
Oh,
I mean,
exactly
what's the
right,
name give you
Branch.
something
Yeah.
time to time, but it's not
Yeah.
consistent with
Yeah,
the
and
USC
I
trainer.
don't
I
know if
can't
it's
think of
just
his
they
name.
haven't figured out to use him or maybe his limitations, but he's not really he's a
Yeah,
downfield threat in the sense
he
that
gives you
like you got to
stuff.
get him the ball in
It's not
space and let him
consistent.
make a play, but as far as stretching the defense, they haven't really been doing that, and run game's really working, but Texas great defense, especially against the run, so that'll be interesting to see that matchup.
No.
The Yeah, so yeah, we'll see if the Longhorns can force them into some and
That's one thing of
give
Gunner Stockton. He doesn't make
we'll see how their
mistakes.
offense can handle the environment, Sanford, and if Arch can keep improving as he has been. Um,
Yeah.
the American, a couple big games there.
Josh
USF goes to
Jacobs touchdown.
Navy.
Wow.
Two of those teams tied for that lead. Memphis tries to rebound. They go to East Carolina. So East Carolina, with the one loss, trying to stay in the hunt for that
Yeah,
title
that's
game. They
huge.
need to win that. Big one in Conference USA. The two unbeaten leaders, Kennesaw State and Jack State, they meet in
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, just the first of two meetings coming. Big one in the MAC between two of the four teams tied up top. Ohio visits Western Michigan on Tuesday. I mentioned that Boise
Mm-hmm.
visits San Diego State. Big one in the Mountain West. But yeah, yeah. So good weekend there. Let's move to the pro
Yep.
gridiron.
A lot of great
Ravens won
football.
their third straight. Yeah, a good defensive effort in Minnesota. Offense didn't look great, but that's a good defense there
Man,
in Minnesota.
loosen
So
up a little bit, heating up.
we'll see. They go to Cleveland next week. Always tricky in division, but it's a game they have to win. Man, are the Seahawks and the Rams just the two best teams in
Mm,
NFC? Have they?
yeah,
Is it fair to say that, or do
gotta
you
win that.
know?
I mean,
Man,
yeah.
that
I
offense
mean, you
just. I
could definitely
mean,
put
Matt
them there.
Stafford up to what
Um,
25
they're,
touchdowns on a year,
they're-
another four this
when the
game.
Rams are on, that
Um,
they were man, they're
That
they're good.
combo of Puka and Devontae Adams is lethal, man. That's even Devontae, in the later stage of his career, man. That's those two together. That's vicious. And then throw in like Kyron
Absolutely.
Williams at running back. Yeah, that's a good team. Seahawks, man. Sam Darnold
Still a
and that
beast.
bevy of weapons he's got. That and that defense, man. They just whooped the Cardinals' ass
Hmm.
and fast. Yeah, yeah.
Man, they did everything the Dallas should have done.
Yeah, just
Absolutely. That Seahawks sitting at
they have
seven
to,
and two
right?
right
Like
now.
JJ
Man,
McCarthy has shown flashes, but man, like maybe one
I
more
wonder
year
if
of
Minnesota regrets getting rid of
tutelage,
Sam
one more
Darnold.
year Sam Darnold.
I mean,
Because yeah, JJ McCarthy's shown it, but it's inconsistent, and
yeah.
man, you just wonder, yeah. Over in the AFC, man, what's going on in the AFC East? The Patriots have like a 2-game lead.
Yeah.
The Dolphins upset the Bills, Wor- worked them, yeah, worked them.
Boy,
Weird
yeah.
team right now. The Dolphins, man, they're
Dolphins
just up and
at
down
the
every
Bills.
week.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Tua looked great yesterday. Defense looked great. A week after, the Ravens went into Miami,
They,
just pushed
yeah.
them
Who
around, and
knows about the Dolphins, right? They're
yeah,
just I housed them. I mean, but you knew it wasn't. I mean, anytime. I mean, we. I mean, anytime Josh Allen's throwing, they had the
nah,
drive with Josh
yeah,
Allen with the
it's
pick. Then, James Cook
but
had the
you're starting.
fumble
I
when
mean,
it
they're
looks like
starting to
they're
get in the
about to
territory
score.
now
I mean,
where
it
I
just was
mean,
not Buffalo's
the
day
Chiefs sitting on the
at
outside.
all. They just
For all
couldn't
that
hardly ever
talk
cover.
about the Chiefs being
But
back, they're actually sitting on the outside of the playoff hunt right now. And the Bills, like I said, they're a couple games behind the Patriots now, and all of a sudden they're stumbling, and their schedules. It's not the toughest down the stretch, but there's still some games that you wonder, man, is there a chance they're
yeah,
slipping, or is it just a little midseason
yeah,
stumble and they'll turn it on?
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, they don't exactly. Yeah, I mean, they don't exactly have the easiest schedule. I mean, now the Bucks come to town. Texans, you never know. They pulled out that crazy comeback yesterday against Jacksonville. And the Steelers in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are a team, boy. I, who knows what they're doing?
Yeah.
They
I
they
mean,
need to stay
hey,
off Sunday Night Football
I'm glad.
because
I'll take
they
it.
get blasted on.
That lead in the AFC North down to one
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
oh, absolutely, you are. Yeah, no, they. Yeah,
Yeah, look,
crazy.
Aaron Rodgers did not look good.
Yeah.
That defense is inconsistent. Yeah, something crack
Mhm.
showing there.
Yeah.
We mentioned Jonathan Taylor, just outstanding performance in London.
Dude,
Right? Is
that
that where
whole
they were?
game
No,
was wild though.
Munich,
Yeah,
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game was wild though.
Uh,
Crazy
mm,
game.
yeah. He should be getting more talk for the MVP, right?
Oh,
Like
absolutely. I mean,
I know running backs never win it, but
that man went in through a basically what 250. Already has 1,100 yards on the year.
hmm
Jeez. I mean,
just I mean,
244 yesterday.
mm, if
But
you
it's
had
weird
him in
though because
fantasy,
I mean
man,
the
just
week,
oof.
they. But then the coach, you wonder about them. I mean, it's amazing they're 8-2, but they're that team we had talked about. You're that team. You're just thinking eventually it's gonna fall apart. But right now it's going.
Yeah, man, it's just maybe when they run up against someone to play up, but man, if he can keep running like that, man, that's
Yeah.
phew.
Like man, that was a
Yeah.
hell of a performance. And then you get the win in. Man, he just did everything for him yesterday.
hmm
Phenomenal day.
Um, and old Danny Dimes, his old coach Brian Dayball, fired by the Giants
Fire
today.
today.
Um,
They gave up
yeah,
another lead there.
yeah, it just kind of listless team, looking not very
But
motivated.
that
Um,
Western name really set them back. Scottaboo getting that season-ending injury because
y-
they were getting really
yeah,
juiced. When they beat Philly, they were juiced, and then they had they were the against Denver. That really messed things up for them. They lost the 20 point lead there, and
choke
man, I
job.
don't know. That's
Yeah,
crazy. But yeah, but I never, honestly,
yeah, it's one of those.
I don't like
Um,
they ball. So I ever since I feel like he messed up Jalen's time, and the end of I don't know that season where he was an OC in Alabama. I still have ill will toward that man because he did not do anything to help Jalen play to Jalen's strengths at all when he was OC. But yeah, so he's done. But they've run through coaches recently. Uh, the damn the Giants.
yeah, they got to
Yeah,
find the right one and get that kind of it's a team obviously Super
yeah.
Bowl champion. It's a proud franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking rough 2-8 now. And yeah, you mentioned it's 4 game losing streak, man. Losing Scottsdale was tough because they were at 2-4, man. They were you know showing some grit, but
But it just shows you how
now
you
another high
know
draft pick
a
looks
couple
like
different
it's in
things
their future.
happen. I mean, of course, man, they probably should have beat Dallas. They definitely should have beat the Broncos.
hmm
And then they've had yesterday they gave up the late
hmm
comeback. I mean, it's just like they're right there, but man, you can't keep on doing the same stuff. The same things keep happening. It was a couple years ago when they won the playoff game when they beat Minnesota, and everybody was like, "Oh, that ball is the guy." It's funny how quickly things change.
hmm Yeah, right.
Yeah,
NFL is very quick. Very much
that's
a
why they
Michael
said not
Jackson
for
mentality
long.
league. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, right now the Eagles and Packers playing a good
low
looking Monday
scoring.
night, low
Yeah,
scoring. I
crazy
know,
low scoring game.
um, but looks like the Packers are going to get the ball back here a little over
Hmm.
2 minutes, down three. So, but yeah, crazy. Like I said, New England up. At, you know, two
Hmm.
game lead in the AFC East. 1 game in the standings, but they do own at least one victory over the Buffalo right now. Um, I mentioned
Hmm.
Pittsburgh 1 game up on Baltimore. Indy got a comfortable lead there with Jacksonville. Broncos ugly to look at
Dude,
and ain't gonna win. So,
that game was so bad. Such a bad game.
it's tough.
The Raiders. There's no way the Raiders should have lost that game though.
Oof.
No way. But that's why they fired that special teams coach because that
Uh,
was the difference. But,
mm, hmm But yeah, Chargers staying right there on the heels. Like I said, Eagles right now comfortable
yeah,
lead in the NFC East.
yeah, they're running away with the East because
But
obviously
on the
everybody else
Bucks
is
here,
pretty terrible right now.
yeah, yeah, the Commanders
So many
just
injuries.
without Jaden Daniels,
They're
there's just
depleted.
yeah, so many injuries. Time to pack it in and
Yeah.
get yourself a
We
good
have the
defense
worst
right there.
defense in the in the league, but
Packers.
we did make the trade. I'm just like, but we gave up a lot for it. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Quentin Williams.
Go Quinnen, roll tide there, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's a high price to pay for him. Um, but yeah, right now, like we said,
yeah,
Eagles playing Packers right now. Next week, some big games going on. The Bucks at the
yeah.
Bills. That's a big one for both teams
That's a
there.
huge game.
Um, Bucks a little more comfy of the lead in the NFC South there, but must win
Absolutely.
for the Bills. That's a tough team coming in. Um, big one in AFC or NFC North. The Bears
Hmm.
visit the Vikings. The Bears are rolling kind of. They're pretty hot. I think they're
Yeah,
up like
big comeback
167 or
late
something.
against the Giants yesterday though. So that was
Yeah, they come back, good win. Um, Chargers take a trip to the
I mean,
Jacksonville. Speaking of bad losses
yeah,
for
it was a
them.
bad loss for them. Like, but
Mhm.
they still, overall though. I mean, I guess Jacksonville's kind of better than what we thought. But yeah, they definitely should be better than 5-4 right now. I mean, they've had some games. I wish they could get back there for sure.
Mhm. Bengals and Steelers a rematch of that just shootout a few weeks ago. Um, Joe Burrow's back practicing.
Yeah.
Good sign for the Bengals, although they're
Do
just about
you
on the brink. We mentioned
do you bring
Seahawks and
him
Rams.
back though? Like,
Oh,
I,
go
I
ahead.
mean, I know the difference he makes, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, if they can beat the Steelers here, then they're what? That
yeah,
would put them at
I
four
mean,
and
it's still
six,
there just because the division is
one
so
game behind the.
not great.
It's so weak. Yeah, and they still got two against the. Yeah, I think they still play the Ravens twice. So there is a chance, but yeah, you have to think about the future and I guess it
Well,
depends. And if he's 100% and he's
you got to play
not in
him, right?
danger
I
of
mean, you're paying him a shitload of money.
re-aggravating something, yeah. But yeah, if you lose this game and maybe you lose a couple more before
Yeah,
he can come back, then yeah, maybe you think
right.
about sitting him for the season and getting a better pick. But we mentioned the Seahawks and Rams. They play each other. That game of the week right there in
Man,
LA.
that's gonna be a good game.
Um, yeah, it could be. I believe I don't know if they've played yet, but I think the Seahawks are the one seed as of right now. If you did, if the playoffs were to start today,
Yeah, the Seahawks.
yeah, they would be the one seed in the NFC. Yeah, these teams have not played. This is the first of two coming up for them. Um,
This is the first call.
but yeah, let's see. Chiefs at Broncos, a
That's a
big
huge
one
game in the
in the
West.
AFC West there. Yeah, yeah, huge game for the Chiefs too. Need that loss there, and they're
Yeah,
on the edge. Lions visit the
man,
Eagles,
should be a fun Sunday night one.
and
And don't even watch Monday night.
then
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Jesus, that's just bad. This is bad football.
Yeah, that's good NFL. Uh, yeah, let's switch gears. Go to the hardwood.
That was impressive.
Alabama going up to the New York. Saint Big win over St.
You know,
John's.
putting up over 100 in the Garden against the St. John's team that people are high on. And people is people still like us, but I think that put people on notice. Man, they're not maybe near the fallout people thought with who left the program. And I think we put a lot of people on notice that man we might be serious with that win. I know it's early, but that looked good.
Yeah, great win for the Tide going up in the Madison Square Garden, beating St. John's. Talented team. Offense just looked great. Surviving a tough couple comebacks by St. John's in the second half.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then, yeah, a great stat I saw. This is the first time that a Rick Pitino coach team has given up over 100 points in over 2 decades.
bro,
That is amazing, and that is something to hang your hat on if
that's
you're,
a stat in
yeah,
itself.
if you're Nate Oates right there, and your offensive staff there. I mean,
And the most beautiful part about it is we only had like 7 turnovers the whole game.
yeah, this is this
We played clean basketball.
yeah, clean basketball, unselfish basketball. Made clutch shots, made clutch defensive stops when needed.
Absolutely. It's great to see Reitzel back.
Absolutely, yeah. This team, it man, it certainly feels like it could be something special. Even though
What could
we're
it
just
be?
2 games in, man, that is an exciting guard combination to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly gotten some foul
Absolutely.
trouble on our end. Aiden Holloway fouling out, late with about 3 minutes left too, and so good job of
Yeah.
the rest of the team weathering that.
Yeah, but Holloway, hell of a
Yeah,
game.
hell of a game. Him and
Um,
Phylon, man, that's one hell of a guard combo.
absolutely. And Bo had a huge game. He's kind of in the doghouse after the first, game one there. Coach told him, you got to play. Got to be a little better there at that fourth spot, but man, he responded well Saturday. Dropped a good 17 there. I mean, that's what we brought him in for Florida State for. Charles Reitzel was back. Um, I I like what we saw there. You can't ask for too much more than that.
No.
Um,
Yeah, that go into a top 5 team, beat them at the Garden, a raucous crowd
yeah,
there.
and and I think people really see. And if you're not as familiar with Alabama basketball, or only see us in the tournament, just how good LeBaron Feinlein is going to be this year. Man,
Yeah, I think,
that dude is
like I said,
it's amazing.
yeah, it's just a couple games in, like I said, but man, he is like a great mix of like when I watch his game, I see like
Everything.
some Colin Sexton mixed with like Kyra Lewis in there. Like that
Yeah.
speed, but that aggression, that like confidence of Colin
Hmm.
Sexton, and that you just kind of like you
And athletic as hell.
athletic as hell, yeah, and
Like,
you kind of that grit, like you're kind of confident he's going to make the play.
yeah,
Yeah, like I said, you just starting to get a little bit of feeling like this some because could be something special coming this year.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Just hope everybody
Yeah.
stays healthy. Hopefully they, if they keep getting better too. That's the thing, a win like this early in the
Hmm.
season.
Got another big one coming up. What's that? Yeah, Thursday
I'm about to
night.
say, yeah, that is
Purdue. Big one.
big one for the Tide. We mentioned the ladies off to a 3-0 start. They whooped
3-1
whooped
start.
Alcorn State tonight.
Alcorn State
Yeah.
tonight, 90 to 30. Some I don't think they gave up double digits in any of the quarters.
No, yeah, it was a just a
Oh,
good
whooping.
complete whooping. Elsewhere around the country, big one in Chapel Hill. Big win for the Tar Heels over the weekend.
That was it. They had the second half. They dominated Friday night. Like they took. he was close, and then you blinked. I was kind of going in between that and the Tulane Memphis. Well, that was before, I guess, but I
Hmm.
was kind of looking at some NBA stuff and doing. Well, I was at work too, and then I got back to the. I was like, dude, this was just a game, like a couple minutes. Like Carolina went tough the second half, but this is a big year for Carolina because
Hmm.
it's not after last year and just the inconsistencies that over the last couple of years. This is a this is a big year for that program. But Hubert Davis is definitely on that line. He has to really. I think he has to have a Final Four type run.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it definitely feels that way. Like absolutely a second weekend appearance, and then uh, probably at worst an Elite Eight loss.
yeah.
It doesn't seem like a Sweet 16 loss is going to be really enough to cut
No,
it
I
there.
don't think that. I don't think that would look wouldn't be very welcome in
Hmm.
Chapel Hill this year. I don't think.
No. Yeah, it feels like an Elite Eight run is minimum there, or um, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, that's all I have in my notes. NBA, it's just early season stuff. Pelicans
My Mavericks are
won the taking
trash.
on Sports Classic, beating the Mavericks, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I don't even know what this.
Okay.
I swiped away my live notifications for the game tonight. They were just getting housed by the Suns. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
We lost to the Bucks tonight by
Mm,
2. We just had a struggle win on Saturday against the Wizards. I mean, we're just
mm.
we're just top of the world right now. Top of the world
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, it is a.
Because I mean, our thing is all the superstars are out. I mean, Kyrie, we don't know when he's coming back. AD,
Hmm.
I mean, when he's there, he's great, but when is he there? But that's been the last 10 years for
I
AD.
was about to say,
You
hey,
don't know.
you ain't got to tell me. Zion out again, hamstring.
You
Uh,
know.
um,
Yeah, I mean, the Pelican fans over AD's
that's
situation
true. Yeah,
well.
no, with
So
AD too. Damn. I mean,
yeah,
like, damn, man. I just want a star that stays healthy for us, man. Like,
stays healthy, right?
because it's funny because the way I became a Pels fan and got back into the NBA really was we were living in New Orleans and it was about 16,
Yeah,
17, can't remember. And my wife, worked for Jazz Fest and it was her time. They got some season tickets there and they kind of get passed around to departments and, it came to be her departments and she got the tickets.
nice.
And so she's like, hey, would you want to go see, a Pelicans game? I'm like, and, told me, she said, we get them from work. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And so we go
Yeah,
to the game. She don't really don't follow basketball. It's just something fun to go to her.
yeah, it's an event.
It was right after they traded for Boogie Cousins. Yeah, man, I love
Yeah,
me some Boogie Cousins. But that team, I mean, that Drew, Holiday, and then AD and Boogie together,
um,
man, that was a little squad right
they were
there.
fun.
That's the year they made it
Yeah,
and swept the Trailblazers and Dame in the
yeah.
first round.
Hmm.
But that game really, so we get there and, I didn't even ask, we park and all that. And I'm like, we're walking in. I'm like, oh, by the way, like, where are our seats? And I'm thinking they might be like, some box seats, lower bowl, a few rows up, like really good seats. But, like, and she goes, oh, I don't know if they're that good. They're floor seats. And she's thinking, coming
Wow.
from the music event industry, like floor could mean,
Yeah.
you might be on the floor, but you could be, 50 rows
10,
back.
20,
Yeah,
50 goes back from the stage. Yeah.
exactly. And I'm like, wait, are you serious? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, babe, that's awesome. She's like, our floor seat's good. I'm like, yes. Like, you're like right on the court. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's where like
Dude.
Beyonce sits when she comes in town. And she's like,
Yeah.
really? I'm like,
And
yes.
yeah, watching basketball court level is so
Oh
different.
man. And they were front row floor seats too. Not,
Yeah.
not the second or third back. They were right there. Um,
It's a, like
oh,
it's a when you get seats like that, it's just man,
it, it,
it's
It
awesome.
did, and it like, kind of reignited my love for the sport. I grew up playing
Um,
basketball. Love, we went to just about every damn home game in Alabama. Uh,
yeah,
and I love, I love me some Boogie Cousins. That team was
Mm-hmm.
exciting. I think we actually played the Mavericks that night too. I believe the Pels got the win too, but I remember Dirk was still playing.
Nice.
But yeah, it was just a fun time, and that's kind of like what reignited, And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna
Right.
start following the Pelicans, and then we got season tickets.
Yeah.
What, maybe the next year or year after that. So yeah, it sucks, man. That whole time, then Boogie gets hurt and he's not the same, and
Mm-hmm.
AD is always on and off. Drew
Yeah.
Holiday. He's for the most part,
Yeah.
but then Zion, Brandon Ingram. I mean, you see it snake bit now. Made the trade for Murray, and he's barely played because he's got one after another.
Yeah. Like, what is going on? Who put a curse? Someone put some bad
I
juju
about to
on
say
you guys down there in New
there is some
Orleans.
bad hoodoo. I don't know if that arena is built on like a graveyard or something, man, but there is something.
That damn the Smoothie King.
Yeah, man, the blender as they call it, man, they need to figure something else out there. But
Yeah, 'cause, a lot of bad luck. Yeah, definitely a lot of bad luck.
yeah, that's all I got. Anything else in the world of sports you wanted to touch on?
Um, no, not really. I think, man, we're in a great spot there. I mean, the college football, outside of like that Big Ten thing, where it pretty much looks like Indiana and Ohio State are on a crash course for the Big Ten title game. Not that that will really matter, but every other thing is, we got a lot of interesting football games. A lot of interesting football coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the ACC is wide open. I mean, the SEC looks kind of set right now, but I mean, it could change in an instant. I mean, Texas beats Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or Texas beats A&M, and or if OU were, it's not gonna happen. But what it upset us, I mean, things change in an instant. um, you know, so I mean, the Big 12, who knows week to week again there too. I mean, but it's gonna be an epic run to the decision day for the playoff. Man, it's gonna be some crazy ball.
Yeah, no, yeah, and then we mentioned on Sundays too. We just don't know who
But
any
oh
given
no,
Sunday,
at
any
all.
given Sunday. You know.
I mean, how much money you think was lost yesterday on the Bills?
Oh man. Oh, is Green Bay getting a delay a game right here? Oh, it's going on some crazy end of game something or another going on with the Eagles, and we don't really know what the hell's
Hmm.
going on. Um,
Yeah, I mean, like nothing is guaranteed. Everything is going crazy. Like at this point, who knows, right?
yeah,
I mean, it's just
yeah, it's just crazy. And then now we got this, start of college basketball season. So that, some exciting stuff
mhm.
going on with that. And
Yeah. And I mean, then on top of that, of course, the continuous YouTube TV,
oh
ESPN.
man, speaking of, we ain't done up real good in a while,
That's
but the done up real bad right now, done down real bad, I
oh,
guess. Uh,
both sides of this
yeah,
are but just looking terrible.
make a deal, yeah.
And then I guess after tonight they're gonna start offering $20 credits. But I mean, I already canceled mine. Honestly, unfortunately I might have to give in for what I'm doing now and just get this little ESPN streaming.
Mm.
I don't want to, but
I
I don't
know they
know.
need to. Yeah, I think I got the email about the credit, not the credit yet. I just got the little email that said I'm going to get the credit. So, and like,
I think after today,
yeah, I've been hanging in. Like I said, I got my mom's DirecTV password. So, I'm watching the ESPN, the big games and that. But yeah, it sucks not
yeah,
having. Oh, did they block that? He had to. That was an ugly field
because
goal.
I'm thinking about going into the just to get the streaming
Mhm.
because in that case I know that'll never go away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a trash situation. And it doesn't even seem like they're even anywhere near close. Like you would think after a couple weeks of people missing a lot of games and a lot of money
Yeah.
being missed, that they would figure something out. But ESPN obviously wants everybody to go to their stuff, whether it be the cable, the streaming, and YouTube TV. They're not one to give in because I guess you're saying that the bills are going to go crazy if they.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
and they're
man,
backed by Google, obviously, so they have pockets. I think it's at this point it feels like a dick measuring contest between Disney and
it
Google.
really
Yeah.
does.
And
Yeah, I mean, $2 billion corporations, and yet aren't people missing anything? Or the hardworking fans who just want a little time away from reality.
yeah, exactly.
So,
I just want my multi-view and my familiar controls and
yeah, I mean that's the thing because they have a beautiful layout. I mean, it's easy to access everything you want to
yeah,
access.
it's so like it's nice on Sundays. I got Sunday ticket for free this year with
Yeah,
with internet deal. A little benefit, but
nice.
it's
Yeah.
so nice. Yeah, on Sundays, be able to pop that multi-view up and just have a few different games on.
Hmm.
Go to that, and it's nice. The worst thing about all these different streaming platforms now is it's not easy to switch, from Netflix to ESPN to Paramount to Peacock, to watch all these games.
Yeah, yeah,
And so that's what's nice about
absolutely.
YouTube TV is like, yeah, they're all there. And and ESPN, Disney, they want that. They still get a lot of money from those type of deals, the carriage deals. So they
Right.
want that too. But yeah, like we said, it's just at this point, it's just, the,
Because I feel like ESPN feels like, well, we can hold on, and YouTube TV feels like they can hold on. So honestly, I, I don't see when it's coming back because I don't think either side feels like they have any reason to give in.
yeah, and you wonder what's the tipping point? Like what finally happens here? But man, just figure that shit
It seems
out
like
and
nothing.
get us.
Honestly, it seems like. Honestly, what has it been 3 weeks now, or at least
Yeah,
two?
it's been 2 weekends of
I
football.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And honestly, I'm shocked. I thought at least by tonight's Monday night game, I thought maybe they'd have some, but
Yeah, big game. Packers, Eagles.
yeah. But I don't think either side has any. You would think. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's just at
And,
this point, just
and
you don't know.
it's probably a good thing to do. There. I think everything's pretty much done online with YouTube TV. Imagine they had a call center, like
Woo.
just
Yeah.
you used to call like Direct TV and stuff,
Hmm.
or your local cable provider, and they just had boy, that would be rough.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely rough.
How about looking for a different job?
Man. Uh, yeah, just figure that shit out, y'all. Get YouTube. Get the channels back on. Get us access on the app.
Yep.
And like we talked about last week or whenever too.
Because I mean,
Give us that little sports package
we're
app.
already. We're already paying at $80 some a month.
Hmm.
You know, so I mean, that I think should be enough, and I think that's where YouTube TV's at in Disney. And then I guess they sent out some memo that supposedly was an internal one, but it got leaked. So that's basically talking shit about YouTube TV.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know where we're going with it, but I might just because man, I might have to end up getting that streaming because I've been doing different stuff, watching stuff on YouTube, just YouTube,
Hmm.
and it's all right, and listening to stuff. But man, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
And luckily, when I was at work Saturday, they have Cox, so I was able to watch the Alabama game just on
There you go. Yeah.
doing my own thing, so I can watch the game that way. But home this weekend, the 2:30 game, huge game. I might have to give in for a
How
month.
about
I
to
don't know.
yeah, like find that free trial or something. But
Yeah, I know, like you can get one with like
Mm-hmm.
Fubo TV for
Yeah.
like 5 days. I think Direct TV, but I'm not dealing with them
Mm-hmm.
because I had them back in the day. Of course, it's all streaming now,
Mm-hmm.
but they have all those taxes and fees still, like they're a cable company. I'm like, man, how you streaming but still have all those weird fees? Because they're like 82. Because they're like they give you 5 days. It's like I think they give you a month at $54.99 or something, but it doesn't after like taxes. It's like 70 some dollars. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Give me the sports package option. Just let me pick my
Yeah,
the
put it
local
all together.
channels and the sports
Local
channels. That's
channels,
all I care about, man.
absolutely,
Anything else I can get from
'Cause-
another streaming app, and I
absolutely,
will pay, man.
absolutely.
I'd probably pay $50 for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
just
so.
yeah,
Because I mean,
yeah. Give me all my, like I said, the locals, and then all the ESPNs and associated, the
yeah,
FS1s.
yes,
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
ESPN, everything associated with that,
yeah.
Fox
Hmm.
Sports, NBC, anything with that. Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah,
but that's about it.
that is it. So yeah, thanks for listening as always, folks. Sorry about the little. I'm sure there's some sound quality problems in the middle. I don't know. My microphone doesn't. Apparently, the plug's loose or something. Every now and again, it'll just tell me that it's unplugged, and I can't change it during recording. So that's why we have to stop and then start again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Subscribe, rate us, like us, do all that good stuff. Go to thealabamatake.com. Check out all of the other family of Alabama Take podcasts. Check out our weekly picks column. I think I went 4-0 this week.
Did
I
you?
think so.
Yeah.
I
I want to offer.
I was about to say, did you hit your NFL pick? I don't remember what it was.
No, because they're 6.5 and they won by 6 in overtime.
Oh,
Of course not.
oh man.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I knew you had a rough Saturday.
yeah, rough Saturday.
But yeah, so do that. Keep it done up real good yourselves out there. YouTube, Disney, figure your shit out, please.
Yeah, you be out.
Yeah, I think.
'Cause I have to go back. I don't mind paying it,
Yeah,
for just some I'm familiar with, some I like. Just get it
yeah,
back to
so
us.
easy. Just get it back to us, please. Y'all, we get it. You're both big, bad, rich companies. Okay, do something else.
Cool.
Have a
Yeah.
fucking field day and play tug of war or something. I don't know.
And then can we please, in future situations, when the deadline is, extend that shit to the summer, something,
Yeah,
or get the shit handled before the season. Dropping your shit in October, November. I don't care if it's the cables when that junk happens to those people or whatever it is. Man, it's just stop messing up football season for people.
I know, man, and like I think I read something that's like Disney's losing like 5 million a day every day they're not on YouTube TV. Man, if that's true, and you are not desperate to like get that fixed, man, you got too much damn money.
Yeah,
Something's
it sounds like bleeding money, right?
something's wrong with that.
Mhm.
But all right, y'all. Yep. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Greg, buddy, I'll see you
So,
then.
yep.